It's the toughest job in football. Every free kick, every penalty, and every red card scrutinised. Being a referee isn't for the faint-hearted, but it's also the best seat in the house. For the officials at this year's tournament, Qatar 2022 could be the highlight of their career. And with new technology and a new policy, this may well be the most groundbreaking World Cup ever. Hello there and welcome to Football Now from the Lusail Stadium, the home of this year's World Cup final. Now, December the 18th will be the pinnacle for two sets of players as they set foot out onto this pitch right behind me. But it will be an also equally special day for the person in charge and the topic of this week's episode, the referees. This year's tournament includes 36 referees, 69 assistant referees and 24 video officials who will look after the VAR technology. They've all been picked based on their quality and the performances delivered at recent FIFA tournaments.
It is the pinnacle of any football player's career. You know, it's like the Olympics, isn't it? If you throw the javelin, you want to be in the Olympics. So for those guys who are going to be going to the World Cup this year, they're really looking forward to it. And so are all referees, because they want them to do well and succeed.
There are 80,000 registered referees in Germany alone. There are nearly 30,000 in England. There are 145,000 referees in America. Out of, say, 80,000 referees, there's one representative. It shows you the very competitive nature of refereeing. And you've got to be a consistent performer over several years. 6
officials will take part in the tournament, including Salima Mukansanga, who became the first woman to take charge of an African Cup of Nations match earlier this year. Japanese referee Yoshimi Yamashita was the first woman referee to officiate an AFC Champions League match earlier this year. And over in Europe, Stephanie Frappart became the first female to referee a Champions League game and European qualifier over the past couple of years.
The world is now opening up their mind that female can actually do the job that some people think is just for men. I am actually excited because I remember when the AFCON 2021, when we had Salima going, I was actually one of the people who were sharing on social media like, this is it, because I believe we have equally good female referees. I actually don't like referring to them as female referees. I prefer calling them referees because, I mean, they did the same course. They don't just give them the opportunity because they are women. They are giving them the opportunity because they are good at their job.
So then, positive news for the future of women in football, but there's also innovation when it comes to technology. For the first time ever, robots may make decisions at a FIFA World Cup. Okay, slight exaggeration, stay with me on this. Human referees will still lead the line at every match like this one here, but back at the VAR hub, those tight offside decisions may well be left to computers.
I welcome any move and any introduction of technology to improve the accuracy of the decision making. I think it's right that it's termed semi-automated because, of course, it's dealing mainly with the offside law. As a result of that and the complication of interfering with an opponent, there's a degree of subjectivity that actually says, look, we've got to have semi-automated systems. What will happen at the World Cup is that they will come together, they will be trained very accurately about its use and its interpretation. And as a consequence, I think we will see it at its best.
Well, as the host nation, Qatar will of course be looking to put on an impressive tournament, but it's also a chance to showcase their talents on the pitch. 4 Qatari match officials have been selected by the FIFA Referees Committee, including Abdul Rahman Al Jassim.
Al Jassim might be young in age, he's only in his, I'd say, mid-30s, but he's actually been a FIFA referee for almost a decade now, and it's been a real journey for him. This isn't somebody who's just getting this gig because he is Qatari at Qatar World Cup. He's refereed an AFC Champions League final. I think he was a VAR official at the 2018 World Cup, also been involved in the FIFA Club World Cup, so this isn't new for him. It's a stage I think his talents deserve. It's not just that you've got a few teams in the World Cup, you're starting to get officials in there of regularity. It's to show that, you know, this is an area for the football world that's properly developing, it's properly maturing. You've got good standards, improving standards all the team and the time, and it's good to see that you're not just going to see Qatar players, you're going to see Qatar referees, and I'm sure they're all going to acquit themselves very well.
Time now to look at some of the most controversial refereeing moments in World Cup history. And we'll start with the first ever penalty in a World Cup final. It was 1974 when Jack Taylor awarded the Netherlands a spot kick after just 1 minute of their match against West Germany, when Johan Cruyff was pulled down in the box. Fast forward to 1986, and the decision not to blow for a foul after Diego Maradona's clear handball still leaves England fans bitter to this very day. The little magician's winning goal was, however, something to behold. After lighting up the 2006 World Cup with his sensational skills, Zinedine Zidane went from the sublime to the ridiculous in the final. His headbutt on Marco Materazzi is seen as one of the most controversial footballing moments ever. 2006 was also a tournament that saw an English referee, Graham Poll, dish out 3 yellow cards to the same player in one game. And in 2018, the first ever VAR decision was made when Antoine Griezmann went down on the edge of the box. After a fairly quick review, the right decision was made and Griezmann scored the penalty. So that brings us to the end of this week's show. Do let us know at home what you think using the hashtag FootballNowReferees, and we'll see you soon for more Football Now.